recently, and we in the Albany County Legislature are going to do the right thing and honor them properly. An American hero, Senator John McCain from Arizona, Vietnam veteran, POW, bipartisan maverick, one of my idols politically. And also, American royalty, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, also passed away.
Just a little bit.
Well, go ahead, sing the whole song. So, I'd like to ask Mr. Bullock to go ahead and lead us in the pledge, and at the end of the pledge, we'll do a moment of silence for both Senator McCain and Aretha Franklin.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk, please call the roll.
Beston, Bullock, Bergdorf, Chapman, Clay, Lyon, Cavisso, Mr. Cavisso, Rouse, Cunningham, Pitts Cunningham, Dawson, Tomolowicz, Drake, Ethier, Feeney, Klein, Grimm, Higgins, Logan, Andrew Joyce,
Here.
Raymond Joyce, Lacascus, Malacca, Morial, Mayo, Matt Knight, McLean Lane, is McLean Lane. Mendon, Miller, Oakland, Pulaski, is Pulaski. Reinhardt, Signorati, Simpson, Smith, Stevens, Touche, Touche. Cunningham, Ward, William. Looks like 33, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I'd like to take note of additional sponsors for the clerk.
Yes.
First item under previous business, please.
Resolution number 133. I have a proposed amendment from Mr. Signorati.
Mr. Signorati, would you like to speak on your amendment?
I'm good. I can, the clerk would like to read it into the record. We can vote on it.
Amending the Albany County Legislative Rules of Order, disbanding special committees on elder care and board facilities. Resolved that this resolution should take place January 1, 2019.
The amendment should be on all of your desks. Now, on the amendment, anything you want to mention, Mr. Signorati, before we vote?
This is, what we're doing is, we're taking court facilities, which doesn't meet on a regular basis. We're taking civic center that doesn't meet on a regular basis. Public works, and kind of combining them, putting all the bricks and mortar under one roof, one committee, and working with the chair because of the time that it would wind up taking to implement this. We're going to start this if it passes this evening on January 1st, 2019, and I look for everyone to support this so we can move along into the brighter future.
So the amendment sets a timeline, and then, so on the amendment, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
A long roll call on the amendment, please.
On the amendment, Mr. Beston.
In favor?
Bullock.
Yes.
Bergdorf.
No.
Chapman. Clay.
Yes.
Flanagan.
Yes.
Dawson.
No.
Tomolowicz.
Yes.
Drake.
No.
Ethier. Feeney.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Grimm.
No.
Higgins. Hogan.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Raymond Joyce. Lekakis,
Yes.
Lockhart,
Yes.
Moriello, Mayo,
No.
McKnight,
Yes.
Mendick,
No.
Miller,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Signature,
Yes.
Simpson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Stevens,
No.
Tony,
Yes.
Ward,
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
It's like 25-8, amendment passes.
Long roll call on the resolution?
On the resolution, Baston,
In favor.
Bullock,
Yes.
Bergdorf,
No.
Chapman, Clay,
Yes.
Conahan,
Yes.
Dawson,
No.
Demolowitz,
Yes.
Drake,
No.
Ethier,
Yes.
Feeney,
Yes.
Fine,
Yes.
Grimm,
No.
Higgins,
Aye.
Hogan,
Yes.
Andrews,
Yes.
Raymond,
Yes.
Lekakis,
Yes.
Lockhart,
Yes.
Moriello,
No.
Mayo,
No.
McKnight,
Yes.
Mendick,
No.
Miller,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Signature,
Yes.
Simpson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Stevens, Tony,
Yes.
Ward,
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
Looks like 25-8 passes. 25-8.
We're 335, please.
Resolution 335, adopting a policy regarding the legislative summer internship program.
Long roll call, please. Mr. Ethier.
I'd like to speak out for 1 second. This resolution is a friendly resolution. It helps all our districts, helps every individual district. It more or less guarantees when a person qualifies and does apply for a job from the district to be given a position. It can be more than one from the district too, but at least this guarantees you'll have at least one person from your districts if somebody doesn't apply and qualify. So I just view it as a friendly resolution. It helps all of us.
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. McKnight.
and County, out here, we've had this program, I think, for years, maybe 7 years, where we make sure that our youth participate in the summer employment program. Sometimes these are the first programs that they've ever had in their lives. And some of our constituents and districts really enjoy coming to these programs to work in various county departments and learning the skills that they'll be using for the rest of their life. And I am just so proud of support Mr. Easier, who put forth this for us to re-examine the way we do it and hope we can continue to do it, even make it better. There's very only maybe 65 to 73 people, and the kids really love it. They had a great graduation. They felt good about themselves. So I hope we all can find a way to continue this kind of program and maybe add on it and fund on it and keep it going and all that. Thank you all for joining in with us to support this employment program for our youth. Thank you.
I'll agree with you, Ms. McKnight. It's an excellent program. We're all very proud of. But as I said on the record before, this aims to fix a problem that does not exist. Long roll call, please.
Long roll call on 335. Baston,
In favor.
Bullock,
No.
Bergdorf,
No.
Chapman,
Yes.
Clay,
Yes.
Monahan,
Yes.
Commissioner,
Yes.
Dawson,
No.
Demolowitz,
Yes.
Drake,
No.
Ethier,
Yes.
Feeney,
Yes.
Fine,
No.
Grimm,
No.
Higgins,
Yes.
Hogan,
Yes.
Joyce,
No.
Joyce, Raymond,
No.
Ray,
No.
I'm sorry, thank you. Lekakis,
No.
Lockhart,
Yes.
Moriello,
No.
Mayo,
Yes.
McKnight,
Yes, sir.
Mendick,
No.
Miller,
Yes.
O'Brien,
No.
Reinhardt,
No.
Signature,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Stevens.
No.
Honey.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Willingham.
No.
Thank you. Looks like 1815, excuse me, 1915 passes.
What was the vote?
1915.
Is that in favor or defeated?
In favor.
I'm sorry?
Pass.
Passes 19 to 15.
So the majority challenge. Don't we need 20 votes to pass?
Yes.
Majority of
That's the chair.
You need 20 to pass.
Fails.
So it fails.
Well, just cite them.
It's in the updated charter, Mr. Ethier. Need 20 votes.
Tell me where it is on the charter.
We can, we'll refer to it. 214, Mr. Ethier.
It's 214.
Yes.
So 1915, the majority here wants it, is, they'll need 20 votes for
No.
something like that. All right, we can do it next time. Excuse me, can I do it next, last alert, can I do it the next one?
We'll get with you, Mr. Ethier. We'll work on something.
No, can I put this resolution back in next one? I'm asking the attorney, he made the ruling.
I didn't make the ruling.
No, the ruling's there, you interpret it for all of us, not state. That's the thing, people, you interpret that, can I bring this back next month? The resolution?
I don't think so. Can't be identical.
Huh?
It cannot be identical. Number 373, please.
Resolution 373, amending resolution 251A for 2011 to clarify various departments.
Mr. Ward?
336. I believe we missed 336.
My mistake. As you were. 336, please, Mr. Clerk.
Asking county executive to conduct a feasibility study regarding the impact of paying all county employees at a minimum of $8 or $15 per hour.
This also has an amendment, should be on all of your desks. Mr. Signorati, did you want to speak on this one as well?
Pretty self-explanatory, just looking to wind up having, what the economic impact would be for $15 an hour, for our county workforce, and see how many people are below the, $15 an hour threshold. And I look forward to everybody else supporting it.
Okay, on the amendment, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, on resolution 336, all those in favor? Mr. Drake?
It doesn't matter. Oh, actually, I'll ask the question. It's not, I'm going to vote for it, but does, Mr. Signorati, does it include a compression study of wages above the minimum levels?
One more time.
Does that include a compression study of the wages that would be above the minimum level? The impact of the raise to whatever 15 is. Impact of
Correct, they would wind up giving the cost not only with the salary, but also with the.
No, the compression study, what's the impact?
No, it's just to see what it would cost to bring everybody.
Just straight up.
Correct.
That's something like that.
All those in favor on resolution 336? Passes. Number 373, please.
Resolution 373, amending resolution 251A for 2011 to clarify various departments. And establish that the Albany County Affirmative Action Plan applies to county construction contracts.
All those in favor? Opposed? Oh, as you were, Dan, there is an amendment on this as well. Should be on your desks. The amendment should After review, there was concern that programs currently in probationary status were exempt until the end of time, and that was not the intent, and the change in language assures that that is not the case. On the amendment for 373, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Who's that? Just one? Mr. Moriello, long roll call, please. On the amendment.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Clegg.
My caucus, the LBC, is going to support the amendment and support the resolution, with the caveat that we revisit this. We have an opportunity to revisit this whole subject matter later on, and I think we have agreed, we should have agreed with us that we can do that, and based upon that, we will support the amendment.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Clegg. Mr. Chairman, as we stated this afternoon, this is just a starting point for us. It's among a number of other things. It requires the county executive to report out on MWBE figures on a yearly basis. So we're at a good starting point right now, but I agree. The real work begins now to improve it for everybody.
Thank you.
So long roll call on the amendment for 373.
Beston. Muller.
Yes.
Bergdorf. No. Chapman. Clegg.
Yes.
Monahan.
Yes.
Missile.
Yes.
Demolowitz.
Yep.
Dawson.
Yes.
Drake.
Yeah.
Ethier.
Yep.
Feeney.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Grimm.
Yes.
Higgins.
Aye.
Hogan.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Raymond Joyce.
Yes.
Dukakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Moriello. Mayo.
Yes.
McKnight.
Yes.
Mendick.
No.
Miller.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Roy Hart.
Yes.
Sigarachi.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Stevens.
No.
Honey.
Yes.
Ward. Willingham.
Yes.
The 40 minutes passes.
Mr. Clenahan? Mr. Clenahan?
Amendment passes.
Were we on the main resolution?
No, not yet. We are right now, though, but you feel free to speak.
Okay, just very briefly. If the majority of us, and I think we do, believe that these programs are good and important and create real opportunities, I hope that as part of this ongoing discussion of these programs, we will talk about lowering the thresholds, because that will create more jobs and create more opportunities and make these programs more effective. Thank you.
Mr. Bergdorf?
I'd like to just say a few words respectfully, because I understand the commitment that this body has to organized labor. And it's long been held by this body that there should be apprenticeship programs required for the majority of all public procurement. Unfortunately, I understand that goal and I understand why people want to have it, but about 80% of the construction industry is non-union. And those folks sort of deserve the same rights and the same benefits to do business in Albany County. They have tradespersons, they have well-trained tradespersons, and they should have an ability to bid Albany County work. And I hope in these discussions in the future, we take a look at exemptions to this policy for minority contractors, women-owned contractors, veteran-owned businesses, and small businesses of all ethnicities and racial designations and genders. What the great unsaid here is, and I think I laud the trades for doing the apprenticeship programs. They brought 4 members here out of 250 to show us what a phenomenal job they're doing, encouraging diversity in the trades. But if you take a look at Albany County's procurement, it's terrible. We don't hire MBs, we don't hire WBs. We ask the county executive to take a look and tell us how many contracts there were. I think on our regular procurement, there were 2 vendors who got a total of 3 contracts over 2 years. And on the cab board, I think there was 1 MBE procurement. So really, we're not hiring M and WBEs because virtually every MWBE, with maybe the notable exception of the individual who is here today, is not a member of the trades. So what we're doing here is we're reinforcing our commitment that not everybody gets to participate and do business with Albany County. And all the business has to go union. Well, and you know, some people want to bring that number down, so even more will have to go union. But you know, that's why there's a prevailing wage statute in state government, and most municipalities use the prevailing wage statute that says you have to pay union wage and union bennies when you bid public work. That makes a level playing field. There are no non-union apprenticeship programs. They're virtually nil. State Department of Labor doesn't approve. So I just want folks to understand respectfully that somebody has to get up and stress that 80% of the construction community is which includes virtually the entire MWBE community, is being disenfranchised by this. And the only way that people are going to grow up and be union contractors is if they get some work, they get that first job, like up at the Capitol Center where Gilbane was instructed to do small packages under their construction manager contract where they could bring in MBEs and WBEs. Well, they exceeded 30% up there. We have Gilbane at the nursing home, and our goals are 5 and 7 because we really can't do better than 5 and 7 because of the internship program. So I hope when we use this as a starting point, we try to figure out a way to broaden inclusion, even if it's some small exemption.
10 seconds, Mr. Burdorf, sorry.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Close out.
I would close out. I would hope that for those of us who would like to see more opportunity for more people, we're included in those discussions as well.
Mr. Demalowitz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't know where you get the 80%. This is Albany County. I think Mr. Blood will attest that. I'm sure it's a lot higher for unionized workers, contractors in Albany County, 20%. But as we move forward, even in tonight's agenda, we're awarding contracts to companies who are non-union who have apprentice programs. So it doesn't mean exactly that because they're non-union that they don't have a program. Now, the important thing is that when they do get a contract from Albany County, and Mr. Clay is the one who wrote the book on this when he was with the state of New York, that they do have an opportunity to make sure that they have those programs in place. So it's not all about just being in the union, although I support the unions in their programs and apprentice programs, because my family went through it. But I would say that keep in mind as we move forward tonight, we'll be supporting contracts where they do have apprentice programs, non-union companies. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Drake.
Well, thank you. And just some respectful comments as well. And I think Mr. Berger put it succinctly, and Mr. Demalowitz had some good points as well. But one of the things that Mr. Demalowitz pointed out was that perhaps it isn't an 80% number in MAB, but I don't think that we should exclude anybody, regardless of whether they're a majority or a minority. And with that said, in the construction business, I've worked with, throughout my career, continue to work with non-union, union shops, those who have training programs, those who are smaller and do not. And the basis upon which I've worked with those companies has been based on their efficacy, their work ethic, their ability to deliver, their pricing. I don't look at those other things. You know, what's important to me is the results and the value. And I think that we have an obligation as public servants to garner the best pricing and the best possible work on county projects, regardless of whether or not it may be a union or non-union, or perhaps a larger company that has an apprenticeship program. So I do feel this is exclusionary, and as a public entity, I do feel we have an obligation to go ahead and give the widest possible array of opportunities to the widest possible range of people within the county. Thank you for hearing me.
Ms. Willingham.
I rise in favor of this resolution tonight. Apprenticeship programs have long, for many years, were denied. I know you say that, you know, you feel that this is discriminatory, that everybody, you know, it's excluding some people. But the problem has been that people have been excluded for many years from the ability to be able to participate in, to work on projects, for contractors, to be able to bid on contracts. And as the young man stood up here and talked about the fact that he was trying to work, trying to go to school, and the best thing that had happened to him was that he was able to learn on the job. And this is something that people have been denied for many, many years. An apprenticeship program is beneficial to the worker as well as to the individual that's employing them. So we want to ensure that this is something that we enhance as time goes on. As our leader has said here, Chairman Clay, we will revisit this to ensure that it is following and enhancing the apprenticeship program for Albany County and increases participation. Well, we definitely are in favor of this, and we're happy that someone is bringing the attention to the fact that we do need these apprenticeship programs for a specific group of people who have been denied for many years. Thank you.
All right, long roll call on resolution number 370. Mr. Grimm.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think there's a little confusion here tonight, especially when we hear the speakers speak at the public forum. They all talk about the apprenticeship program and the value of the apprenticeship program. And to that I say, great, this is not a vote on the value of apprenticeship programs. They're a good thing. Training is a good thing. I make a living training people. This isn't about whether we favor apprentice programs or not. The clear choice we have tonight is, are we for expanding opportunity to everyone? Or are we for limiting opportunity to a select group of contractors? In many cases, by the way, from out of state. So this resolution will deny opportunity to minorities and to women and to small business and to veterans if they don't have apprentice programs. There's no denying that. They will be shut out from this process. And this is it's not pro-union or anti-union. Apprentice programs are a good thing. I hope they flourish. This is about what is fair for everyone. This is about creating opportunity to as many people and to many business people as possible. And what's frustrating to me is, in order to be pro-apprentice program, do we really have to harm someone else's interest? I don't think so. I think it can stand on its own 2 feet, and we can encourage and cultivate apprentice programs without hurting other people. What I've always been for is I want to help the little guy, and isn't that why unions got started in the first place? Thank you.
Mr. Bullock.
This is a program that unions got started, it's true. But it's a program for apprenticeship. It's a program to train people for the skills in the construction trades. And it's really important for people to have training. I reject the notion that if you don't have an apprentice program, you're going to have quality work. You're not going to have quality work without an apprentice program. It's very important. It's inclusive too. I've never seen it grow as much as it's grown in the past few years, this apprentice program. This is a way to stop labor coming in, contractors coming in with non-union labor from out of state or out of the area. I think it's really important that folks receive this kind of training and training that you need, training that you must have to build a quality project. Otherwise, you don't get quality. Thank you.
Mr. Drake.
I just can't let it go.
Can't let it go.
Mr. Bullock suggests that a technician, a tradesperson, a laborer, a worker cannot be skilled and cannot produce a quality product if they haven't been through an apprenticeship program. He rejects that idea.
If they've been through an apprenticeship program, they
No,
are.
he rejects the idea that they cannot be quality unless they've been through
It's
an
apples and oranges, really.
Right, okay. But Mr. Bullock says it here. This is to preserve the unions. It's exactly what he just said.
No.
But as many other people said, we want to include everybody. I see that as my obligation, to include everybody. And I can't stand by when people use a pen to color other people that they don't know. Because a guy or gal didn't go through a union training program does not mean that they are not qualified. That does not mean that a business person hasn't taken the initiative, taken the risk, and done the great thing. That's just, the thinking is limiting, it's myopic. And I can't stand to hear it constantly repeated. Everyone has the opportunity to succeed. This is America. So you can't stand here and say, with any kind of accuracy, because you don't know. So please, when you go to influence other people on the floor, don't speak from where you don't come. Because it's not right and it's not fair to the hardworking men and women of Albany County, okay, of New York State, and beyond. I don't care where you go. There's good people everywhere. And they may or may not come from an apprentice program. They may or may not come from a college program. And they may or may not come from a union. And most importantly, if we were going to restrict anything, it would be to keep the business here in Albany County, or at least the capital region. Not people from Ohio or Pennsylvania, regardless of their apprenticeship programs. I'm sorry I'm a little worked up about this. But again, let's not discount people who didn't happen to get into a club. Thank you.
On the resolution, long roll call.
Beston. Bullock.
Yes.
Bergdorf. Chapman. Clay. Monahan.
Yes.
Missile.
Yes.
Dawson.
Yes.
Tomallowitz.
Yes.
Drake.
No.
Ether.
Yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
No.
Higgins.
Aye.
Hogan.
No.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Raymond Joyce.
Yes.
Luck Hackens.
Yes.
Lockhart.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Thank you. Moriello.
No.
Mayo.
Yes.
McKnight. Mendick.
No.
Miller.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Reinhardt.
Yes.
Signorachi.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Stevens.
No.
Tunney.
No.
Ward.
Yes.
So 25-9 passes.
For 375, please.
Resolution 375 requiring that the legislative attendance records be posted to the county website.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. For 377, please.
Requesting Albany County Exec to present a feasibility study regarding composting services throughout Albany County.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Number 378, please.
I believe there's an amendment.
Oh, as you were.
Mr. Ethier?
There's an amendment at the request of the sponsor. The amendment should be on your desks. Mr. Ethier, do you have anything to say about it?
Not for this group.
Oh, come on, Mr. Ethier. Be like that.
No, all due respect. No,
Okay,
not
all right.
for the group, that's all. I couldn't be more thoughtful of my colleagues. They're all open-minded.
On the amendment, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Amendment passes. On the resolution, number 378, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passes. First item under current business, please.
Authorizing an agreement with New York State Office for the Aging regarding the Elder Caregiver Support Program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 381, please.
Authorizing an agreement with New York State Office for the Aging regarding the Congregate Meals Program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 382, please.
Authorizing an agreement with New York State Office for the Aging regarding the Home Delivered Meals Program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 383, please.
Authorizing an agreement with New York State Office of the Aging regarding medication management program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 384, please.
Authorizing an agreement with New York State Office for the Aging regarding the provision of support services for seniors in Albany County.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 385, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Garrett County regarding the storage of microfilm at the Albany County Hall records.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 386, please.
Authorizing the submission of grant application and agreement with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services regarding the age prosecution program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 387, please.
Authorizing the submission of grant application and agreement regarding motor vehicle theft and insurance fraud prevention program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 388, please.
Authorizing the submission of grant application and agreement with New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee regarding highway safety program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 389, please.
Authorizing an agreement with New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the council at first appearance.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 390, please.
Expressing support of the Albany County Legislature for the application by the Albany County Land Bank of funding for the Attorney General.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 391, please.
Authorizing the restoration of navigation easement in Albany County.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 392, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Peter Lacy Company for the construction of the Albany County Rail Trail connecting Link Phase 1 to Phase 2 of the town of Bethany.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. 393, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Nye Automotive Group regarding the purchase of a hybrid vehicle for the Department of General Services.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 394, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the town of Bethlehem regarding a paved connection between the street and Slinglands to the rail trail.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 395, please.
Authorizing agreements with the New York State Office of Probation and Correction Alternatives, Columbia University, and Chestnut Health Systems, Inc. regarding screening services for at-risk people.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 396, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the Albany Program, Inc. regarding employment services for TAMP and safety net recipients.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 397, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Community Attorney Services regarding maternity shelter and support services.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 398, please.
Authorizing agreements with the Raise the Age foster care provider.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 399, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Myers and Stuff LLC for auditing services regarding Medicaid fraud, race, and abuse.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 400, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the Albany City School District regarding multidisciplinary evaluation of children with special needs.
All of, Mr. Joyce.
Mr. Getter is sponsor.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 401, please.
Authorizing the renewal of contracts with 3 providers of home establishment furnishings.
All, Mr. Feeney.
No, my extension.
We have it.
All those in favor? Opposed? For 402, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Cornell Cooperative extension for the provision of youth bureau services.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. 403, please.
Authorizing an agreement with various Albany County municipalities for the provision of youth bureau services.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 404, please.
Authorizing the renewal of the contract agreement with the University of Albany for the provision of management training.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 405, please.
Authorizing an interdepartmental agreement between the Department of Children, Youth, and Families and the Albany County Probation Department.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 406, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Equinox Inc. regarding non-residential domestic violence services.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes.
No, my abstentions is 406 and 407.
406 and 407. Got it. All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 407, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Equinox Inc. regarding residential domestic violence services.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes with one abstention. 408, please.
Authorizing a use agreement with Albany County and the Capital District Youth Center regarding the Capital District Juvenile Secure Youth Detention Facility.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. 409, please.
Authorizing an amendment to the 2017 lease agreement between the Albany County and the Capital District Youth Center to allow for an increase in bed space to respond to the requirements of the recently enacted Raise the Age legislation.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. 410, please.
Adopt the proposed modifications to Albany County Agricultural Districts 1, 2, and 3.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 411, please.
Amending Resolution 35 of 2016, authorizing an agreement with the Cornell Cooperative Extension regarding the Healthy Neighborhoods Program.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 412, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the Cornell Cooperative Extension to provide training courses for lead-based paint remediation certification.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 413, please.
Approving the Albany County Staff DWI plan for 2019 and entering into an agreement with the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 414, please.
Authorizing execution of waiver regarding Borough Justice Assistant Grant Funding and authorizing the City of Albany to accept grant funds directly.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 415, please.
Authorizing the submission of grant application to the New York State Attorney General's Office regarding body-worn cameras for law enforcement.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 416, please.
Authorizing submission of grant application to the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2018 Hazardous Materials Emergency Preparedness Grant.
All those in favor? Opposed? Note my abstention. 417, please.
Authorizing submission of grant application to the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2018-2019 statewide interoperability communications grant.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Note my abstention as well. For 418, please.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2017 cybersecurity grant.
All those in favor? Opposed? Please note my abstention. For 419, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Empire Blue Cross Blue Shield to administer the Albany County Health Plan for employees and retirees under 65.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 420, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Express Scripts regarding administering the Albany County prescription drug plan for employees and retirees under 65.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 421, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Delta Dental to administer the Albany County plan for non-union employees.
Now, you should have an amendment for this on your desk. It is necessary to amend this resolution as the dates and terms do not match the language found in the request for proposals. The amendment should be on your desks. First, it changes the dates to reflect that it goes for 1 year initially. Second, it changes the mechanism for renewal to reflect the renewal change in the RFP. On the amendment, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On resolution 421, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution passes. Number 422, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Empire Blue Cross Blue Shield to administer the Medicare Advantage plan for Medicare eligible retirees.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Long roll call, please. 422.
Beston.
Favor?
Bullock. Bergdorf.
Yes.
Chapman. Clay. Monahan.
No.
Missile. Dawson.
Yes.
Malowitz.
Yep.
Drake.
Yes.
Ethier. Feeney.
Yes.
Klein. Grimm.
Yes.
Higgins. Hogan.
Yes.
Andrew Jones.
Yes.
Raymond Jones.
Yes.
Dukakis.
Yes.
Morial.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McKnight.
Yes.
Mendick.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Reinhardt.
Yes.
Signaratchi. Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Tunney.
Yes.
Ward. Willingham. Thank you. Looks like 33 to 1.
Passes.
Yes.
Number 423, please.
Approving the Albany County Capital Program for 2019-20.
Long roll call, please.
Beston.
Favor?
Bullock.
Yes.
Bergdorf.
Yes.
Chapman. Clay.
Yes.
Monahan.
Yes.
Cavizzo. Dawson.
Yes.
Malowitz. Drake.
Yes.
Ethier. Feeney.
Yes.
Klein. Grimm. Higgins. Hogan.
Yes.
Andrew Jones.
Yes.
Raymond Jones. Dukakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Morial.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McKnight.
Yes.
Mendick.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Reinhardt.
Yes.
Signaratchi. Simpson.
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Tunney.
Yes.
Ward. Willingham. Unanimous.
Passes. Number 424,
Amending
please.
Resolution 246 for 2016 is amended by Resolution 244 for 2018 regarding the Energy Improvement Corporation to allow for incorporation of the pay when it achieves ACE financing.
All those in favor? Oh, Mr. Clanahan.
I please be added to this. Thank you.
All those in favor of resolution 424?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. For 425, please.
Authorizing acceptance of grant funding from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2017 hazmat grant amending the 2018 Sheriff's Department budget.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Note my abstention, please. Number 426, please.
Amending the 2018 correctional facility budget.
Long roll call, please.
Beston.
Favor?
Bullock.
Yes.
Bergdorf.
Yes.
Chapman. Clay. Monahan.
Yes.
Cavizzo. Dawson.
Yes.
Malowitz. Drake.
Yes.
Ethier. Feeney.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Grimm. Higgins. Hogan.
Yes.
Andrew Jones.
Yes.
Raymond Jones. Dukakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Morial.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McKnight.
Yes.
Mendick.
Yes.
Miller. O'Brien.
Yes.
Reinhardt. Signaratchi. Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Tunney.
Yes.
Ward. Unanimous.
Passes. For 427, please.
Authorizing the agreement with New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services to accept grant funding regarding bollards at the Times Union Center and amending the 2018 Public Works budget.
All those in favor? Opposed? Note my abstention. For 428, please.
Amending Resolution 154 for 2018 regarding additional grant funding from the New York State Office of Alcoholism and Substance Abuse regarding Services regarding an open access center and amending the 2018 Department of Mental Health budget.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. For 429, please.
Amending 2018 Albany County District Attorney's budget.
Long roll call, please.
Weston. Bullock. Burgdorf. Chapman. Clegg. Monahan.
Yes.
Christoph. Dawson.
Yes.
Malowitz.
Yep.
Drake. Ethier.
Yep.
Feeny.
Yes.
Sines. Grimm. Higgins. Hogan. Andrew.
Yes.
Raymond. Dukakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Mario. Mayo. McKnight.
Yes.
Mendick.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
O'Brien. Reinhardt.
Yes.
Signarat.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith. Stevens.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yes.
Ward Willingham. Unanimous. 3-1.
Passes. For 430, please.
Authorizing an agreement with QCQA Labs, Inc. for testing and special inspection services regarding the renovation project of the Albany County Nursing Home.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. For 431, please.
Rescinding the transfer of 62 Park Avenue to the Albany County Land Bank per Resolution 506 of 2017, authorizing conveyance of real property in the city of Albany located at 62 Park Avenue.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. For 432, please.
Authorizing conveyance of real property in the city of Cohoes located at 18 White.
That's correct.
Mr. Signorashi.
No, my abstention.
Mr. Drake.
No, my exception. Abstention.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. 2 abstentions. For 434, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of real property in the city of Albany located at 355, 357.
About 433? What happened to 433?
As you were.
33.
433, please.
That's what I put it in. That's what I just read. Authorizing the conveyance of real property in the city of Albany at 355 and 357 Elm Street.
I thought that in discussion, that more than agree.
Do you think we need to send this back for more discussion? I wasn't sure if the questions that were raised in the caucus were, so they were not, were they not addressed? They were not. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, it was my
Mr.
understanding
Miles.
it was going back to committee for further discussion.
Okay, well, that's what we'll send it back to Audit and Finance.
Thank you.
Please refer 433 to Audit and Finance.
Thank you.
Number 434, please.
Authorizing the correction of tax rolls in the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 435, please.
Appointment of a representative from Albany County to the Capital District Regional Planning Commission.
All those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Number 436, please.
Eliminating caller ID from county phone.
Please send that to Audit and Finance, please. Number 437.
Public hearing on proposed local law C for 2018.
Please send that to Law Committee. Number 438, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law O for 2018.
Please send that to Law. Local Law Q.
A local law, the County of Albany, New York, imposing a tax on the occupancy of hotel rooms in Albany County.
You have an amendment at your desk. We've received a request from the state to amend the language regarding permanent resident. The language is being changed to permanent resident of such hotel or motel in keeping with the state law. So on the amendment for local law Q, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Local law Q passes. Now on the local law, Mr. Demolites.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to speak to this once, since this will be our last time, I think, speaking on this before we vote on it. But Albany County's getting sort of shortchanged on this hotel tax, and there's really nothing to do about it, because it's out of our hands, and as we talked about it, and you heard me talk about it before, that convention center is just a mere pittance to what it was supposed to be, the size of so built. And the hotel tax was based on a bigger facility to bring in more people. And they're keeping the extra 1%, but really we should be getting here in Albany County to offset our expenses, because what's going to happen now in the budget is that Albany County taxpayers will have to pay $1.6 million to cover the 1% that the state's taking. Now, there's nothing we can do about that. And it's like catch-22, because we still want the other 2% we're getting. You know, but it's not right. We talked to our state representatives on it. They know where we're at on this. You know, and it's not fair to the Albany County taxpayers that 1% more is going to that convention center that's coming out of their pocket. Not the traveling guy who's coming from Wyoming staying at the Desmond who'll be paying for it. No. Mrs. Jones up on Berkshire Boulevard is paying for that convention center. And that's not the way it was sold to me. That's not the way it was sold to us when we first went along with this whole program. And it was completely changed around 10 different times by 3 different governors, and it is what it is now. So I'll be supporting it tonight because we still need to get the 2% that we have. But, you know, as I said from the beginning, Albany County is getting shortchanged on this hotel tax. And it's unfortunate that our state representatives didn't hear us or didn't act on it. But in the end, the Albany County taxpayer is paying for it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Higgins.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to pick up where Mr. Demowitz ended, and I think everything he said is 100% correct. And I just want to bring up another portion of this insanity that this formula and the money that's derived from it provides to the Convention Center Authority. This is an authority that allows buildings in downtown Albany, in this city, to crumble. They neglected for years many of the properties they own down there, despite willingly knowing that these buildings were in danger, historical buildings, of collapsing. And sure enough, the Econ building did collapse, and it had to be demoed down. And the cost of that is over $600,000. You know, and we pulled the numbers and we looked at it, and the authority right now, I don't even think they have like $2 million, or maybe it's like $1.4 million. That $600,000 is going to come out of their operating budget, which they use to run the convention center to pay for the demolition, because they didn't do their job in the first place. To me, this is offensive. It's insane. You know, everybody went down there from the state and said, oh, it's so unfortunate that these buildings fell, and they'll do a better job looking at them in the future. Says who? They haven't been able to do it now. It's an embarrassment. It's awful for the city. And let's just think about this for a second. We're going to authorize this money, which we're going to give to them, which they're going to turn around and use to pay the demo contractor for the buildings that they never even upkept to begin with. This is insane. This is money that we should be keeping here to pay down the bond on the parking garage at the TU Center. That's the way it was originally described in 2009. This idea that we're going to give them more money to mismanage, to me, is crazy. We should say no tonight, vote it down, send a message up the hill to them, and say, you know what? We're not interested in this anymore. Give us our money, replace the appointees on that authority, get some competent people in there to manage it, and maybe then we'll discuss it further. So I'm a no, and I would urge everybody to be a no. This is getting really old. Every 2 years, come down here, reauthorize it. I understand it's a little money, but it's frustrating. Talking about it since they've been down here for 11 years, nothing has changed. You can see in real time what they're doing. They're destroying downtown Albany with these properties that they own. And we're paying for it. So I'm not.
On the local law, Mr. Grimm.
Mr. Chairman, yeah, I'm going to vote for this because we need to vote. But the reality is, the county is funding a state facility. That's the problem here. And, you know, I'm going to get a call from John McDonald probably tomorrow. He's on the board. He understands the fact that this mistake was made the previous board. it was a colossal error to buy buildings that are going to rot and we have to tear them down with our money. But I think we're in a real spot now. If we vote against the hotel tax, we're going to lose it for all the other revenue that we're going to get. But I appreciate Mr. Higgins' frustration and Mr. Marlowe's brilliance on the topic.
Stevens.
Mr. McDonald was on the board
As well as
last year when we voted for this.
Long roll call on local law Q, please.
And it's in his district.
Veston.
Favor?
Bullock. Bergdorf.
Aye.
Chapman. Clay. Lenahan.
Yes.
Camisto. Dawson.
No.
Delmalowitz.
You know, Chris, you convinced me. No.
Drake.
Yes.
Easier.
Yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Grimm.
Yes.
Higgins.
No.
Hogan.
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Andrews. Raymond.
Yes.
Lekakis.
Take a note.
Lockhart.
Reluctantly, yes.
Oriel.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McKnight.
Yes.
Mendick.
No.
Miller.
Yes.
O'Brien.
No.
Reinhardt.
A no for Chris.
Signature. Simpson. Smith.
Very persuasive.
Mr. Stevenson. Mr. Tunny.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
It's like 26 to 7 and 1.
Local law Q passes. Local law S.
Profiling courage.
Local law is, the local law will require hospitals to post the policies on reproductive health care, non-discrimination, charity care, and conditions of war.
Please send that to the law and health committees, please. Mr. Fine. Please send that to law and health. Do I have a motion to adjourn? All those in favor? Have a good night, everyone.